Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for a unboxing and shave review video. I was sent a package, and now I did get sent this for free. It's for the record. Usually I tell you guys I buy everything or it's something we carry in the store. If you remember, a while back I did a review with Jeremy's razors versus Harry's razors. We did a little showdown, some cultural significance here. And I guess Jeremy's razors took notice and they have a new version, so they wanted to send this to me to review. Ta-da! More stuff from Jeremy's razors. We've got Jeremy Boring, the founder. He's got, basically it's a new razor. It's a new version of what they had before. And they got a shaving cream, it looks like, with menthol. Green tea and menthol. Ooh. And we've got a post-shave balm, green tea and menthol. I've not even looked at this. I literally opened the box. That's all I did. Didn't take anything out. Didn't look at anything. We've got a travel bag. Which actually, last time I got this. Last time I did buy it myself. I actually subscribed to their service when it first launched. And I remember seeing the bag. I kind of like the bag. If you didn't know, I have never told anyone this, my confession. I like dot bags. I have like 5 or 6 of them. It's nice. It's nice, simple. It's not a super glamorous one. It looks like something you could throw all this stuff in or go to the gym with it, right? And then we've got the actual subject of today's shave review video, which is the Precision 5. For those who didn't know, let's just briefly go over the history. And I'm going to, you guys know I do not get into politics here. I don't get into cultural stuff past how it affects shaving. There is a conservative news outlet called the Daily Wire, and they had a sponsor called Harry's Razors, and there was some kind of tough between the two of them, and Harry's Razors pulled the sponsorship away from Daily Wire. But I think there was a little bit more. I think they kind of kicked them on the way out, and they said some snarky comments about the Daily Wire. And the Daily Wire, being who they are, and the founder, Jeremy Boring, they said, look, you're just a razor company. We're a huge news outlet, like a huge conglomerate news outlet. We're just going to make our own razor. So they went and approached a third-party company, and they produced their own brand of razors called Jeremy's Razors. It was kind of like a little middle finger to Harry's Razors, saying, hey, we can make razors too. I reviewed the first generation, and apparently this is the second generation, and here's what they say is different. They say the new Precision 5 has a new handle, ergonomically redesigned for superior durability and control. There's new blades. There's sharper, longer-lasting coated stainless steel blades. It's more flexible. It contours to your face to help prevent nicks and cuts. A new lubricating strip, which is infused with argan oil and aloe to indulge your skin. And a precision trimmer, perfect for hairlines and those elusive whiskers below your nose. Ooh, okay. So that's kind of their whole thing, is that they want to have a razor company that doesn't have, wokeness or some other kind of cultural significance involved. Again, I'm not going to comment on any of that. I'm simply going to comment on the razor. I will completely say that I've got 3.5 days of growth. Once again, I did not time out my shave with today's production very well, and I have probably more hair than I would probably usually want to have a cartridge show down and face. But we're going to give it a shot regardless. Definitely going to give it, run it through its paces with all this mane I have today. I can tell you that right off the bat, this is heavier than your typical cartridge razor. I still have my little Gillette, whatever Glide or whatever it's called, Pro Glide over here. It's significantly heavier. It's definitely got some stout to it. The spacing of the blades is like really tight, especially again compared to like, let's say a Gillette Pro Glide. I'm not a huge fan of cartridge razors. But hey, it's something on the market. It's something that you guys are out there facing. Maybe you've heard about this. Maybe you're like, oh, I don't know, double edge, or should I go down this, cartridge route? So we're going to give it a shot. I do it for you, and I do it to be just real transparent and real honest. So I'm not going to use my brush. I'm not going to do all the fancy things like a wet shaver would do. I'm going to pretend that I just bought this kit from Jeremy's Razors, and that I'm going to use the same products. So here we go. You can watch me use it in real time even. We got the green tea and menthol. I do like green tea products. One of my favorite Parasso products is the Parasso Light with green tea. And menthol is always nice. It's hot at the time of this filming. It's summertime. Just gonna wet my face again. Pretend I'm just like you guys out there. I'm not gonna do my pre-shave bar. I'm not gonna use a brush. We're just gonna wet hands, cold water, and try to see how this stuff works. It's been such a long time since I smeared something on my skin. Let's see, is there a little aluminum foil deal? Yep, there is. I like the color scheme. It's nice, really masculine. Okay, so it's obviously some kind of like creamy, kind of balmy goo. Let's see how it does. Definitely feels slick. It reminds me of something I would smell in a hotel room. It's got that kind of commercial, mass market produced smell to it. It's not bad, it's just, you always know when you're in a hotel and you use their products, it always has a smell. It honestly feels like a lotion. But, again, I'll even try to give the benefit of the doubt, get some soapy, wet hands, and see if I can whisk this into a lather. I think that's as much prep as any cartridge shaver, commercial drugstore shaver guy would use on his beard. I don't think he would sit there agitating for 2 minutes. And truth be told, I think I mentioned this last time, I believe the Daily Wire / Jeremy's Razors, I think they contracted to Dorco. That's my thought. I think this is Dorco, which is South Korea. Oh my gosh. That 3.5 days of growth is a lot of fun. And there's supposed to be a precision trimmer somewhere. Is that on the back? I don't see another blade, but maybe that's a blade. Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of on the head here. There's another little blade right there on the back side. Let's just try that with my sideburn, see how that works. I'll put it kind of almost looks like it'll go flat. Yeah, okay. So I can trim my sideburn to make sure it's nice and square. I am using, a lot more pressure than I would with a double edge. Well, guys, it's definitely tuggy. The end result's not bad. Oh. Yeah. You can tell by my facial expression how much I love this. I will chalk up some of this experience to the 3.5 days of growth. I bet if I had just 1 day of growth, like your typical guy, it wouldn't be as fun. But hey, I told you we're gonna give it its paces here. And once the initial stubble's down, it's not so bad. Let's see if I can use this little trimmer on my goatee. I know, I should just shave my entire face with just the little back blade. I don't know, should I temp my neck and have ingrowns for the next week? Or should I bail out and use a double edge? We're gonna try putting some more cream down here. Really get the neck prep for this fun experience. Ow. Hope you guys can hear this. I'm trying to clear out the head as much as possible. Maybe I will take more of a double-edged approach and just kind of lightly go over. Trying to knock it down, then go over a little heavier. Doing the whole thing. If I get ingrown hairs, I get them for you. I do like that the head is a bit stiffer than your average cartridge razor. It definitely has a lot more firmness to it, which I like. Yeah, now that I kind of went over everything, I almost wonder, we're going to cheat and use my goatee as a brush. I'm not joking. We're going to literally agitate this back up into a second little lather. And now that I got 80% of the stubble down, this will look just like the commercials. Watch, ready? Where they just like fly around their entire face. Ugh. Yeah. In these long strokes, you're like, how do they do that? Because there's no hair left. That's how they do it. Yeah, now that I've gone over most of it, I can just fly around like a little ballerina. All across my slippery face. Hey, again, I'm not gonna comment on the politics and all that stuff, but there has been a trend with a lot of companies upsetting their fan base. For whatever reason, upsetting their customer base and saying things or taking political positions. And a lot of guys do not like that. And I can tell you, just our own channel, whenever there's been some of these kind of cultural milestones, like when Gillette put out that Boys Will Be Boys commercial, I think it was like in 2019, we had the most amount of sales that January I've ever seen for a January. And all the comments on our YouTube channel were telling Gillette what they thought. So guys out there do pay attention, and when they feel like they want to switch things up and make a move from one company for whatever reason, hey, I'm into the open market. I'm into people taking charge, and hats off to Jeremy's for kind of sticking it back to Harry's. So Harry's kind of did one of these, and Jeremy's did it right back. Let's try this guy out. This is a post-shave balm. I did my shave. No major irritation issues yet. Maybe my neck over here a little bit. Smells a little bit different, a little better. Definitely feels, I'll tell you what, I like this balm a lot. I may take this balm and throw it in my bag. It's more like almost like a serum. I definitely think if I had less stubble, I would have enjoyed that shave a little more. Not to, speak ill will, but I think that's one thing that the double-edged razors really excel at is the one blade, man, can just mow down through hair, whereas the cartridge razors, no matter which brand, when you got long stubble and it tries to get through all these blades, that's where you feel that resistance and that pulling and dragging feel. But, I really do like the heftier handle. I like the stiffer spring action. Like, that's way stiffer than any of these I've felt. Like, I like the little back blade. I trimmed up my sideburns. I could line things up. I know it's not novel. That's not new. I think the Fusion's done that for a couple years now, right? A decade or so. But that's nice. Hey, there's another option out there if you're looking at a cartridge razor. I did really like the products. Obviously I want to use a brush, so this is decent. I'm sure with a brush it would have been even better. And I really like this. I'll probably throw that in my dot bag. One of my many dot bags. Maybe I'll use the dot bag too. But That's what I got for the new Precision 5 from Jeremy's Razors. I will say it's been literally about 3 minutes since I just finished my shave, and usually I'm wrapping up, and this is actually a really close shave. It was maybe a little bit more tuggy, but that's a really close shave. So, gotta say, it did deliver. If you've heard of Jeremy's Razors, if you hate Jeremy's Razors, if you love Harry's Razors, any and all comments are welcome. Tell me below in the comments, and you're entered into one of these, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. That's all I got. Subscribe to our channel. Click the bell to notify you every time I come on the YouTube for you to watch shave. And we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. See you guys.